G'day guys, how are you? That's always good. So it's been quite some time, I guess, since I've filmed a video. But it's the last video wasn't very, fun, more of a chat, explanation type thing. I guess this might be a bit of that too. So if it is, I'm sorry to bore you. Also sorry if you can't hear me properly because the car just pulled up right next to me, and I'm very, very awkward. So yeah, I guess I just wanted to inform you all as to what's kind of been happening on my end. I'm clearly back in hospital, if you couldn't tell. Just usual shit, TPN, nutrition and whatnot. So I was last admission 2 months ago or so now. I was in for 4 weeks, and that was due to I guess this kind of trial workup type thing for this new drug that they want to put me on. By the sounds of it, it sounds pretty promising and pretty, I can't think of the word, pretty like life-changing, I guess. Apparently there's like a 90-95% success rate, or people show improvement in the first 3 weeks, like from 90% show improvement in the first like 3 or 4 weeks, whether it's a minimal type of thing. But they've essentially said that the injection helps with bowel absorption. I'm not really sure how, but the idea is that if I'm able to absorb more nutrition from my food, I won't need this as often as I do. I come into hospital every 6 weeks for 2 weeks. And when I come in, I'm not as sick. I don't always feel the best, but I've definitely felt worse before. There's obviously a lot of people that are in that are a lot worse off than me at the moment, but I can kind of decline. If I look at my hand, I can decline pretty quickly, pretty easily. So the idea is that so I did the 4 weeks of stuff, and it was pretty much just you need a couple of weeks of TPN, and then also you need to show that you don't go downhill. They try to take you off. If I'm on 7 nights a week, they'll try to do 5 nights a week or 4 nights a week, and to see like how sick you get in that minimal change. But when I go home for 6 weeks, I don't have any TPN, so a couple of nights a week where I don't have it, it's not the end of the world. So like I can survive without it to an extent. But if I start to, they want to push my admissions out to 8 weeks, within the first month of trying it, and they think that I could do that pretty easily. But even 2 years ago, I was originally doing 8 weeks, and I was coming in like very unwell. So that 6 to 8 week mark, that 2 weeks difference can plummet me quite a bit. Instead of coming in at 55 kilos, I'll come in at 48 kilos, and that just means I need to put on another 12 kilos before I can leave, which isn't that hard. It's just keeping it on is the hard part. And it's essentially just a boost. They said the best way to describe it is like a car tune-up, which is pretty much the same thing. So yeah, they want to start this drug, and everyone I've spoken to is really stoked about it and happy for me that they've finally come up with something that might help a bit. Um, their goal is that, you know, they said by my birthday this year, at the end of August. So that's 6.5, 7 months away. I will probably have usually 3 or 4 admissions, or maybe 4 or 5 admissions between now and then. But they're thinking by the end of this year, I could only really need, you know, 3 admissions. So within the first year of trialing this, or being on this drug, they're pretty much gonna half my admissions. And the idea in the end is to get me off this shit, off the TPN, and not have to come into hospital as much, therefore not being exposed to as many infections. And they've said that the amount of times I've been really sick and, you know, I guess close to dying and stuff, the main reason is because I've had line infections. And if I don't have the line, you know, it kind of eliminates the worry of something going wrong. But taking the line out completely, you know, they've said that's like 5-10 years away at least, and that's if everything goes really well in the meantime. I have been going pretty well. It was mine and Erin's 18-month anniversary yesterday. And in the time we've been together, I've been doing really well, like a lot, probably the best I've done in quite some time, 8 or 9 years or so, which is pretty ridiculous. And I'm just kind of worried that it starts to get a bit emotional now. God, my fucking hand. It is really difficult. Just they carry on about quality of life, and I don't really have much. I don't know. I've got a wonderful girlfriend. We've got an amazing puppy, and I'm really happy with how things are going on that front. And I've got some really good friends. But aside from that, each day is really difficult, and I know you shouldn't rely on other people to make you happy, but I'm the type of person that does that. It's probably not a good thing, but it's just I really don't know what to do, because I struggle every day trying to find motivation. It's really hard not being able to work and not having a minimum wage, if that is, I think it's less than minimum wage. It limits my options. Like, half the time I can't see my friends and stuff, because I don't want them to continue to pay for my shit, or I don't want them to think that I expect them to pay for it. So if I can't do something, I'd rather hold off until I can. It's just, and 95% of my days I sit in bed watching YouTube. That's at home and in hospital, because I don't really have much to do, to be honest. And it's really difficult. Sorry. The main thing that's been playing on my mind is that I struggle quite a lot day to day with anything and everything. Even the smallest of tasks, like especially not having my license, which I do really want to get, and I think that'll open up a lot more possibilities. That's something I am working towards. But I can't work. I am trying to venture into other avenues of, not really entrepreneurial, or however the word is pronounced, not that type of stuff, but something that I can kind of make an income off myself. I guess that is entrepreneur, entrepreneurial. I tried to work on making some shirts and some clothing and stuff like that. I'd like to start a brand. I'm kind of trying to work on music, but I'm dumb as dog shit and don't fucking understand how to do any of that stuff. But that's also just hobbies. It's something to keep me occupied. I don't. Be a long time till any of this shit starts to make any revenue, and I can, say that I have a job. Um, but just trying to find something to live for, I guess. And as happy as I am with, I've been pretty fucking down for quite a long time, and as happy as I am with Erin, and as happy as she makes me, it doesn't completely make all the bad feelings go away. It does help a lot, but I still have days, weeks, and months where I struggle to get out of bed, and yeah, she can't be. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yes, I'm scared about this drug. I've spent more than half my life in hospital. And you do have to, after however many fucking years, if you don't adapt to it, then you're gonna drive yourself insane and stuff like that. So it is comforting sometimes, seeing familiar faces and being able to catch up with these people. Not that they're my friends by any means, but it is nice to have people to talk to and people that care and people that understand, whether it's patients or nurses or anything like that. I try to talk to my friends, and it's a bit difficult for them because they don't really understand. A lot of them don't know how to react when I'm trying to talk about certain things, and I don't blame them. I'm just a very emotional person. I guess what I'm trying to say about this drug, so they sent off the paperwork last admission a couple weeks back, and they told me yesterday that I was approved for it. So I thought it was a tablet, which would be fucking sick, but it's not. It's an injection. So the fact that it's an injection has kind of put me off. I already have my port. I already get that needled however many times a year. I just don't really want to have injections. I've had injections before, and didn't really like it. But it's you weigh up the pros and cons, and it's a daily injection, and it could potentially change a lot of shit. So small price to pay, I guess. But I'm just worried about it scares me knowing that I won't. I don't know. I don't like this routine, and if I could click my fingers and get rid of it all and change everything and be normal, I would do it in a heartbeat. But when you're kind of putting all your eggs in one basket, I don't even know if it's gonna work. Statistics show that it will, but there's still doubt, obviously. And I'm scared about giving up this routine. This hospital is all I've known for 25 years, and I've spent a total of 13, 14 years in hospital, which is pretty fucking ridiculous. That's more than half my life, and it's I don't want to be sick. It's just kind of it's a social thing for me. At school I knew a lot of people, but I was pretty antisocial. And I made friends in hospital. It's a social network type thing. and I guess the main thing, so I'm rambling, I don't really know how to get to the point that I'm trying to explain, but um, every day is a bit of a struggle. Um, I said that before a couple of times already, and I worry about a lot of shit every day, and even the smallest of things is sometimes very difficult for me. And they've essentially said that this thing could, because they're starting to talk about life expectancy and stuff, and they said it could, potentially. They don't know how long this routine could continue. They said probably another 5 or 10 years. Um, but like my veins aren't good. My veins will probably shut off at some point because they've already pretty fucked up. And whatever other issues may come along with, like, older age. So they're not too sure how long this could last. It's like a, what's it called? Like a statistics chart, like a roller coaster. So when I'm in here, I go up, and then when I go home, I slowly go down, and then when I start the treatment again, I'm kind of not flatlining, but I'm steadily going along. It's not making me healthy; it's making me stable, and stable is all I've ever really been for quite a long time. Um, like I said, just like that, and shit can change real fucking quick. Um, I basically I haven't prepared to live another 20 years. I haven't prepared to live another 5 years. I really honestly don't know if I will make my birthday next year. And to be honest, even this year, it's still 8 or 9 months away, and shit can change really quickly in that time. Um, it's a lot to give up, and if I do, I don't know, if it all goes how they're saying, I don't know what it would be like to not come to hospital and to not see these people and to be at home, you know, be at home a lot longer than I love being at home, don't get me wrong. But I every day I wake up, I have my coffee, I do the dishes, I make some brekkie, do the dishes again, clean the house, sometimes take the dog for a walk if I'm able to, and then I go home and watch shit on YouTube for 12 hours, or movies, or fucking whatever. And it's a very tedious routine, and to keep it up for another 2 or 3 years is one thing, but I don't know what the fuck, I can't do that for 20 years. I just struggle to find a purpose. um, um, Erin and I are about to move in together, and that's a really big step for me. I lived with my best mate for a year, but I haven't lived with a partner ever, and I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited to continue um, to further our relationship and see where it takes us. And I love her very much, and she doesn't understand. Sorry, not fair for me to say that, but she doesn't. I don't think she quite knows how much she's helped me and how much I appreciate her and how much I love her. And I can't ever thank her enough for everything she does for me. And I try very hard day to day to do what I can, even though it's not a lot. I try to do what I can every day to make it up to her. Um, and it's just, I don't know, I'm just scared. I don't really know what about. Um, there's also another drug, once again, another needle, that I don't want fucking needles. I came in, this admission, to be honest, I take anywhere from 60, 70 tablets a day as it is, let alone another 2 or 3 injections on top of that. I get, once again, it's a small price to pay, but it's easy for people to say that when they're not in my shoes, especially the doctors. They shouldn't have a personal opinion on it, I guess. Same as the nurses. Everyone's so stoked and ecstatic for me, and I'm just not on that page because I'm terrified. And once again, it sounds stupid, and I don't really know what I'm scared about, but I'm scared of the big change that it could potentially have on my life. I need to find something that's worth, I don't know, something that's worth living for, which in my eyes already is my relationship. I could see myself spending the rest of my life with her, and I hope she does too. I think she would even agree, though, that my main purpose in life shouldn't just be her. It should be my own stuff too. And like I said, the main focus in my life is, at the moment, is making her happy and seeing my friends and trying to get through every day is my main goal. And sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's not as hard. Very few times, there's easy days, but they don't come very often. Today, I've had fuck all sleep, if you can't tell. 10 hours sleep in the past 4 nights. My obs have been up and down, and blood pressure was like 90 on 40 yesterday, and then later on, or like early this morning, it was 130 on 90. Heart rate was like 120 or some shit. A lot of it is stress inflicted. Shit's happened before. And I'm just trying to calm myself down and trying to, even, this little video is fucking 20 minutes, so I'm sorry for that. And to be honest, I don't know how to fucking edit videos, so if you're able to sit through it all, then thank you. I appreciate that. And once again, this YouTube thing is fucking just, I don't know what to film, man. I don't have the money to do the videos that I want to do. I don't have the fucking basic knowledge of how to even try to make videos interesting anymore. That app that I used to have was so good, and I got it down pat, and I started to get really confident in it, and then they changed it, and now I don't know how to work the fucker, and now I'm on fucking iMovie, which apparently is easy, but once again, dumb as a bag of doorknobs. So my video is just literally start talking, maybe a time lapse, maybe a transition if I can figure that out. But I would like to improve my videos. I would like to start investing a bit of money into them, because I would like to start doing my food challenges, and maybe even uploading. That's what I could do, I guess. If I could try figure out how to get this song that I've got into a video file, however the fuck it works. I tried uploading it on Facebook and it had no fucking volume, same as Instagram, so I don't know how to put it into a file. But if I could fix that, I could maybe start uploading some songs onto YouTube, work on my editing. I would really like to start doing my food challenges, So I'm gonna put up the thing on Instagram. I don't know who watches this shit that doesn't follow me on Instagram, but if you don't, it's at shortcut, SHORTGUT. I put up a poll about my food challenges, saying, should I do I don't know what the fuck it was. I think I was trying to do 15,000 calorie breakfast or 24,000 calories in 24 hours. So it'll be either one of them. But yeah, once again, it's these hobbies, it's these distractions that I need to help me get through my days. I don't mind being a housewife as long as it can make Erin happy, and that's something that's important to me. But I also need to have some shit for myself as well. I have a lot of things I want to do, I just don't know how to fucking do any of them, and so that's why I'm trying. I made a shirt shit. It's a $35 fucking shirt, and honestly, that's probably the most expensive shirt I've ever bought. I rock fucking $5 Kmart tees and $8 Kmart jeans, factory trackies. That's about it. $35 for a shirt. So I've got to try to figure out some people that are going to send me some links to printing places. So if you know places that print shirts, I got an embroidered shirt and I didn't like it. The shirt was pretty shit quality, so the writing was really heavy. But yeah, I want to work on shirts, I want to work on my videos, and I would like to start working on music a bit more. So if any of you out there are able to help me in that sense, whether it's editing or printing or producing, mixing, mastering, music, making beats, I'd really appreciate that. So yeah, just chuck us a message on Instagram, chuck us a comment on YouTube. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you. Peace.